Welcome to this week's edition of Am I the Jerk, where we answer your burning questions about whether you are the one who's totally in the wrong or whether it's somebody else's fault.
Yeah, our conversations are inspired by real-life situations, Reddit posts, questions on social media, and, sometimes our own staff. So if you feel like you'd like our opinion on whether you're being a jerk, feel free to reach out.
Okay, guys, here's today's question. It comes from one of our producers who wants to know, am I the jerk for wanting to upgrade my engagement ring?
Okay, so before you decide, here's what she had to say. After 7 years of marriage, she is looking for a more substantial ring. She and her husband both make a lot more money now. They're in a different place in their lives than when he proposed with the current ring. She says she wants to pay for it herself, but she doesn't want to tell her husband. She thinks he would want to spend the money on something else. She's also convinced that he might not even notice the difference.
I love that. Okay, so everybody, is she the jerk for wanting to get a new ring? Time to vote. Yes, she's the jerk, or no, she is not the jerk.
She's 100% the jerk, and it's in the details, by the way, because if doing something and getting away with it because the other person isn't going to notice is the bar that you think you need to cross in order to have a successful marriage, I would highly advise keeping a divorce lawyer on standby because you're not built to last.
Because of a ring?
No, she said no. She's saying, I think I don't want to tell him about it, but I don't think he's going to notice anyway. That's a recipe for disaster down the road. I'll also say one other thing. The engagement ring and the engagement is one of the very few things that the husband has almost exclusive domain over when it comes to the wedding. After a while, he has to pass the baton and he becomes a passenger in his own life. And when it comes to the wedding, and in a lot of cases, that's a generalization, but for the most part, it's not a 50-50 split at that point. And we get really excited over that part. So if you do want to change the ring, you gotta let him in on it, because if you're not gonna, you're taking something away from him that meant something to him.
Oh, that's a good perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why, that's the only reason, because I helped my wife upgrade her ring. So I'm not against that part. It's the not telling him part that makes you a jerk.
So I voted no, she's not a jerk for wanting to do the ring, but with the asterisk that you are a jerk for not wanting to tell him about it, to be sneaky about it. That's, the ring is supposed to symbolize your love and your commitment, not the sneakiness.
Yeah.
So I say no, go ahead and get a ring, but I'm with Ben. Bring him in on
the
it.
other thing is, if you get a new ring entirely with a new stone, it's not really your engagement ring anymore. Like, why not have the conversation about incorporating what you have into something else, another design, which, by the way, I did.
Yeah.
I had that conversation. I went into the jeweler, and because I was thinking the exact same thing that this producer was thinking, and I was thinking, I would like to have something more substantial, but I want to incorporate what this ring is into the more substantial ring. After thinking about this for a couple of months and going and talking to the jeweler and coming back and saying, you know what, this ring represents to me what that period of time was for me. So if I'm going to get a bigger ring, it's going to be a ring and not an upgrade on my initial engagement ring.
So hold the sentimental value for the original one,
yes,
and have this be a new symbol.
That's right, a new symbol of something.
Lindsay, are you in this case the producer in this case?
I wondered if you were going to ask me that. No, I am not the producer, but I'm going to find this producer after the show, and we're gonna chat about it.
Yeah, I just think you got to recognize that this is not it's not just your ring. It's your ring that your husband gave you.
Just like it's not just your marriage. It's both of your marriages.
Exactly. So just if you're afraid of having the conversation, that speaks volumes about something that's a bigger issue that you have.
You're right. You're right. And one of the things that we love is to hear from you. And on social media right now, we have a poll going and to see what you guys think. And do you think this person is a jerk? Do you think they're not a jerk? So continue to weigh in. We want you to carry on this conversation.
You're a jerk. Talk to your husband.
Well, you do need to do that, but you're not a jerk.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yes, we're almost all saying the same thing, except we have a different opinion as to whether or not you're a jerk because you're not talking to your husband. Okay.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.